Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, I'm the Introverted Reader, and today's video is going to be a review on Daughter of the Deep by Rick Riordan. Now normally I only review books that are going to be the Introverted Reader book club pick, and I ended up switching the one that was originally chosen for this one. The original one that was chosen was Book of Night by Holly Black, but I didn't like it. I wasn't enjoying it, so I picked this one instead. Listen, blame Twitter, okay? Twitter chose Holly Black, not me. Anyway, so yes, this is a book that I read instead, and I will be reviewing this. I'm actually quite shocked that it's taken me this long to read this, because when did this come out last year? Hold on. I have a feeling this came out last year. Hold on. And yes, 2021. It came out last year. And it's been sitting on my shelf for a minute. I couldn't believe I hadn't read it. I love Rick Riordan. I adore the way he writes. I love how he, like how with Percy Jackson and, Magnus Chase and the Kane Chronicles, taking mythologies and sort of weaving them together with his own little Rick Riordan twist, the way he does. So when I heard about this one, I was super excited. So this one is sort of a take on Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And before we get started, I almost forgot to hydrate. So we're gonna hydrate first. And if you have yet to hydrate, please do. Although it's not as warm today, it's a bit muggy outside, but it's not as warm, which is good. It's a bit more pleasant. Anyway. So let's talk about this. So this is a story about our girl called Anna Dacker. Sorry, I just had to make sure I got her name right. And she attends this school called the Harding Pencroft Academy, which basically is a school that trains young people in the ways of nautical sciences and everything that goes along with that. So there's like different houses within the school. So, hold on. Forward, yes, so there's House Dolphin, House Shark, House Cephalopod. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but I literally had to Google what that was. I was just like, what is that? And then I Googled it, and it's like octopus and squid and everything within that family tree, and House Orca. And basically, House Dolphin is communications, exploration, cryptography. House Shark is command, combat, weapon systems, logistics. Cephalopod, engineering, applied mechanics, innovation, defense systems. And House Orca, medicine, psychology, education, marine biology, and communal memory. So basically, it's all these different houses, and our girl is a dolphin. And obviously, like I said, the dolphins are like masters at languages, which makes a lot of sense because dolphins communicate a lot with sounds, and like their own unique way of speaking. So it makes a lot of sense. And I have said this, I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, I'm so fascinated by dolphins. I have been ever since I was small. And I remember doing a project about them in primary school. Like, I don't remember much of it now, but like, I love them. And like, I've always been fascinated by marine life in general. Like, growing up, I always loved going to like aquariums and, visiting places such as that. There isn't that much around here to go to in Northern Ireland, but I've been to places in like England and stuff, but like very, very fascinating. I find it all fascinating, even though the ocean itself scares the living bejesus out of me. The open ocean scares me, but the creatures that dwell inside of it fascinate me. It's very, very weird. But anyway, so she attends this school. She's about to turn 15, and she is house prefect of her house. And she's about to go to do her like freshman trials, basically, to, it's kind of like an initiation. So she goes from freshman to like full-fledged student in training, I guess. But then something really traumatic happens to Anna and her classmates, and basically they have to go on the run. Because there's this other school called Land Institute. I'm so sorry. Land Institute. I had academy in my head. Called Land Institute, and their two schools have always had this like rivalry going on, and basically her and her classmates basically have to go on the run. And the whole thing about 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is like weaved into this so well, because Rick Riordan, like the way he writes it, he's sort of like, because the whole Captain Nemo thing comes into play a lot, and Nemo is mentioned as if he's a real person. And basically what Rick does is he's like, yes, this was a fictional story. Yes, Jules Verne took some liberties when he was writing his book, but there is also some fact in there as well, because it turns out that our girl is actually a descendant of Captain Nemo himself. And she, and like her and the rest of her classmates are all like, but Nemo is just fictional. Like, he wasn't actually a real person, only to find that yes, in fact, he was. And basically, it's just like, it's this sort of woven fiction and fact sort of like woven together, and there's this whole conspiracy going on. I realize I'm being very vague, but I don't want to give it away because I knew very little about this before I went into it. Like, literally all I knew was what I read at the back, and also, you know, like people's very vague reviews of it. And I really just want to be as vague as I can, because I really think it's best that you go into this blind. Overall, I gave this a 4-star, but it's maybe kind of borderlining on the 3.5. I'm not saying that it was bad by any means. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I really did. I love Rick Riordan's writing. I love his humor. I love his wit. I love how he's able to create characters that you just fall in love with and that you root for all the way through. Like, Anna was such a great character to read from. Like, she is this young person that has like so much on her shoulders, but like yes, she has her moments where, you know, she feels like she's gonna crumble, but she has all these amazing friends around her that like just lift her up and, you know, just like, listen, yes, you can, like, you're not on your own here, like, everything seems bad right now, but we've got you, you're gonna be all right. And I do want to say as well, one of her friends in here, what is her friend's name? Is it Elle? See, it's been a wee while since I've Esther. Her friend's name is Esther, and Esther suffers a lot from anxiety. She has a little therapy dog called Top, who is adorable, but Esther is also on the autistic spectrum. And there's this scene where Anna is very upset. Obviously, I'm not going to say why, because that would be a spoiler, but she's very upset about everything that's going on. And Esther sort of lends her a helpful ear, and she like does her best to cheer her up. And there's a line in here that really, really stuck with me, and it said, a lot of experts say that autistic people don't have empathy. And she says, well, in my opinion, I don't think those experts have actually spoken to any autistic people, because they are the most empathetic people I've ever met. And then she goes on to talk about how Esther, even though Esther doesn't get a lot of social cues, she might not fully get why a person is upset, but she sees it and she's like, they're upset, I need to be there for them. And that really struck a chord with me, because as an autistic person myself, I get told a lot, like, you don't have any empathy, like, you don't feel, and I'm like, I do feel. Like, what the hell are you talking about? I feel everything that a normal person feels. Like, I might, my brain might operate a little bit differently than yours, but that doesn't mean that I don't feel empathy or that I don't feel compassion for others, because believe you me, I do, and we do. That's my little rant over the day. But like, overall, I did really, really enjoy this. Just back to the book, I really did enjoy this. I thought it was really well written. I love the way Rick wove in Jules Verne's story into, you know, his fictional world. And like this cover, can we talk about this cover for a second? This is actually a scene that happens in the book, and trust me, if I was there floating around the water, I would not be fascinated. I would fully be wetting myself. But anyway, it was a little bit slow, sort of like in the middle part where not much was happening. But I did find the whole, you know, the whole aspect of like talking about technology and, you know, the whole weaving the facts about different marine life and the way these students work and the way their mind works, you know, because all their different houses specialize in different things, as I just mentioned there, you know, the dolphins with languages, the cephalopods with technology, the orcas with medicine, and the sharks with like combat, and all these different houses reflect all the different personalities. So I thought that was really, really well done. The antagonist side of the story, that was kind of what was let down for me, because we didn't really get that much of them, and I didn't feel as if that was, I don't know, I guess just well established enough. It was just like they were sort of like there in the distance, and I was like, oh, they're gonna be here any day now, oh, they're happening, oh, this, and it's just like, I kind of wanted more out of that, if you know what I mean. Not that I didn't get, but it just didn't feel as much of a threat as it was probably, as it was supposed to be. You know, sorry, my leg knocked the stand. Anyway, but overall, I really, really enjoyed this. Sort of like right in the middle there, 4 stars. It was really well written. I do not know if it's going to have a sequel or not. Part of me thinks it's not. I think I remember seeing somewhere it's just going to be a standalone. But if I am incorrect about that, then let me know. But overall, I enjoyed it. I love the fact that Rick Riordan blessed us with another novel. I do need to catch up on a lot of the Rick Riordan Presents books, you know, the publishing house that he has now. So I need to catch up on all those. But overall, I really, really enjoyed this. I thought it was great. So if you've read this, let me know what you thought of it. How do you feel? What house do you think you would belong into? I think my heart says maybe for me, I would probably be in House Dolphin. I don't know, maybe because dolphins are my favorite. I love analyzing things. I love learning everything I can. Maybe, do you know what? Now that I'm thinking, I might be Sylphopod. I might, because technology does fascinate me, but then language fascinates me as well. So like, I think I would either be dolphin or Sylphopod based on my personality, because Symphopods are fascinated by technology and how things work and dissecting everything, and I love doing that. So I don't know, mixture of the two. So which house do you think you would belong to? Let me know. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. The announcement video for the Introverted Reader Readathon is up on my channel now, so go and watch that. And thank you to everybody that said that you would take part. It genuinely means so much to me. My TBR for that should be coming up soon. I need to do my wrap up and everything, but I've no idea what I'm gonna read in September, honestly. I have some ideas, but Lord knows. Anyway, Twitter, Instagram, down below as always. Subscribe if you are new and ring the bell so you know when my next video is out. I make videos every Tuesday and every other Saturday. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!